I'm Ed. Today I'm going to read a story. The title of this story is Rapunzel. Once upon a time, there was a lonely witch. I would like to have some company, the witch decided. So late one night, she crept into a nearby village. She saw a baby who was asleep in her cradle. She will be my daughter, said the witch, and I will name her Rapunzel. Rapunzel grew into a beautiful young woman. Her hair was like spun gold, and her voice was like a bird. The witch was afraid that Rapunzel would be taken from her. She hid Rapunzel inside a tall tower and used magic to block the door with heavy stone. You are safe here, the witch said to Rapunzel. No one will visit you but me. Each day, the witch stood underneath Rapunzel's window and called, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Rapunzel would let her long hair fall down the side of the tower. Then the witch would climb up and visit her. Rapunzel was lonely though and bored. She passed the time by singing to the birds outside. One day, a prince rode nearby and heard her sing. He followed the sun until he came to the tower and saw Rapunzel sitting at her window. At once, he was enchanted by her beauty. The prince tried to enter the tower, but he could not move the sword from the door. So, he stayed below, listening to Rapunzel's song. At dawn, the witch appeared. She called out, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, and then climbed up to Rapunzel's window. The prince watched the tower all day. As the sun began to set, he saw the witch leave. Then he too called out, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, and climbed up. Rapunzel, who knew no one but the witch, was astonished and frightened when she saw the prince. But he was kind to her, and to Rapunzel's surprise, they were soon talking like old friends. May I visit you again? The prince asked Rapunzel. Please do, said Rapunzel. So he did. Over the next month, the prince came to visit her every day, and soon the two fell in love together. They played Rapunzel escape. On the night they played too free. A storm blew in. The witch thought the storm would frighten Rapunzel, so she hurried to the tower. Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair, she called, her voice barely rising over the storm. Hurry, my love, Rapunzel called back, thinking that her prince, not the witch, was climbing up to her. We must escape before the witch returns. When the witch heard this, she became angry. She climbed to the tower roof in a rage, pulling hardly on Rapunzel's hair. Wicked girl, she cried. Is this how you thank me for carrying you and keeping you from harm all this year? She grabbed a pair of scissors and cut off Rapunzel's hair. Now you will never betray me again, she said furiously. She dragged Rapunzel to the bottom of the tower and blasted the sword away from the door. I banish you, she said, and sent Rapunzel into the dark forest. Then the witch waited for the prince inside the tower. When he came, she let him climb up using the hair she had cut from Rapunzel's head. In In the tower, the prince came face to face with the witch. You tried to steal my most precious treasure, the witch said to him. Now you will never see her again. I curse you to blindness. The prince's sight vanished. She dragged him out of the tower and sent him into the forest. You will never find her in there, prince, she cackled after him. Heartbroken and unable to see, the prince stumbled through the forest for days. On the morning of the third day, he heard a voice he knew sing sadly. Rapunzel, he cried, is that you? Rapunzel rushed to his side, weeping. Her tears fell on his eye, and his sight returned. The prince and Rapunzel went back to his kingdom, and together they lived happily ever after. What is the effect of Rapunzel's tear at the end of the story? Her tears cause her to grow back. B. The prince is no longer blind. C. Her tear caused the witch to disappear. D. The prince started to cry too. B. How does the witch feel when she knows about the prince visiting Rapunzel? A. She feels angry. B. She doesn't care. C. She wants them to get married. D. She's worried. I choose A. What is Rapunzel's main problem in the story? A. She is stuck in a tower. B. She misses her family. C. She's bored in the tower. D. She is afraid of the witch. A. What happened right before the witch cut Rapunzel's hair? A. The witch sent the prince to the woods. B. The witch lured a Rapunzel plane to escape. C. The prince and Rapunzel meet in the wood. D. The witch blind the prince. I choose B. When someone is banished, he or she is lost and cannot find his or her way. B. He asked to stay longer. C. Forced to leave. D. Invite to come in. I should C. What problem does the prince have in the story? A. He falls while climbing the tower. B. He is blinded by the witch. C. He and Rapunzel have nothing to talk about. D. The witch turned him into a frog. I choose B. Where are the prince and Rapunzel at the end of the story? A. In the town. B. In the tower. C. In the witch house. D. In the forest. I choose A. Why does the witch cut Rapunzel hair? A. She needs it to cast a spell. B. She does not want Rapunzel to be beautiful anymore. C. She used it to trick the prince. D. She wants to be able to get in and out the tower. C. When someone wants company, he or she wants A. to be with other people. B. To go to bed early. C. To be left alone. D. To go for a walk. I choose A. What kind of character is the prince? A. Kind. B. Selfish. C. Boring. D. Mean. I choose B. I choose A.
Woohoo! You did it!
I got 9 out of 10 correct. The end. Thank you for listening.